I like fish. There, I said it. Rare ones, venomous ones, strange ones, and even some I just discovered, walking ones.
So our goal today is simple. Buy the weirdest walking fish we can possibly find
And turn them into our next pets.
and we want to give them a home unlike anything they've ever seen. But it will not be easy. You see, 99.9% of fish just swim. But today, we're looking for that 0.1% of fish that said, nah, I ain't swimming, I'm walking. Meet the mudskipper, the first walking fish of the day and probably one of the strangest freshwater fish we will ever unbox. These little dudes don't just tolerate land, but they actually prefer it. With strong, muscular pectoral fins, they can literally hop out of the water and jump across land similar to frogs. He can breathe through his skin, hold water in his gill chambers, and even blink, which is basically unheard of in the fish world. But there is just one problem. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah! The problem is we only have 7 days until our mudskipper arrives. And we don't even have a tank set up for this guy.
So we went online and ordered everything we needed to build our mudskipper his dream aquarium. And once it all arrived, it was finally time to get to work. After researching where mudskippers naturally live, we knew we had to recreate an intertidal zone. A habitat that's part land, part water, complete with a custom-built waterfall and a literal Olympic diving board to see if our mudskipper can become a gold medalist. So we got out a 40-gallon aquarium and got right into it. First up, the backdrop. This was the part I was most excited about because it was something we've never done before, and we used this moss to cover the entire back wall of the tank. But to get it to stick, we coated the glass in black foam sealant, then carefully pressed the moss into place. That looks like a very large pile. Nice!
Look at that!
Wow.
You see, some people's profession is architecture, mine's tankitecture.
I mean, are you kidding? It's the minor details that make the difference, ladies and gents.
This purple accent is my favorite part by far. We're taking things up a notch here. Very, very gruesome here. We're gonna try and glue this piece of driftwood to the moss background, give it a little bit of a 3D effect.
It's been about 3 minutes and 42 seconds, and we're too excited to see what this looks like. We want to flip it over now. It's supposed to cure for about 24 hours, not on my watch.
Zero patience.
Here we go.
See what she looks like?
Let's go, baby. That looks so good.
Wow! That could be some of our best work right there, brother.
Easily. And to say the least, this looked pretty insane. Next, we dumped in a ton of sand to mimic the soft, muddy terrain these fish love to burrow in. We built the sand up high on both sides of the tank to create a natural dip in the middle. This is going to be the perfect mudskipper hangout. Then came time to build the focal point of the entire aquarium. A waterfall. We first stacked rocks into a mountain on the left side of the tank. Then we tucked a pump into the base and ran a tube all the way up to the top. So I sent Jack on a mission today to get as much rock as possible, and he came back with 4. I mean, you're making crumbs. Now
There you go.
just...
That's how you turn 1 rock into 6. Are you kidding me, guys? That is like the most amazing waterfall feature you've ever seen. There's architects, there's tankitects. I'm a tankitect. I don't know what you are. I really hope this waterfall is gonna work or I'm gonna be upset.
And this is hopefully the moment it all comes together. We filled the tank up just high enough to cover the pump. Let's see if this waterfall works.
Bang, baby, that looks so good.
The second we plugged it in, the waterfall came to life. It has really completed this tank. It looks awesome so far. Our little mudskipper is gonna love it in here. To finish it off, we added some driftwood for climbing, but something still feels like it's missing. So that's why we're adding in this little fish. His name's Billy Bob. Believe it or not, this guy's a 5th generation fish bred by my uncle, Mario. Shout out to Mario! All right, buddy, the first addition to the tank. He's gonna be excited when he meets his friend Mudskipper. There he is, let's go!
This mudskipper tank turned out crazy. But here's something even crazier to think about. Let's say you got hurt in an accident. Dude, I'm calling Morgan & Morgan. How much do you think your case could be worth? A few $100, $1,000? This is where Morgan & Morgan comes in. If you've ever been seriously hurt in an accident, your injury could actually be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with over 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states. They don't mess around with lowball offers. Just recently, they won $12 million for a client in Florida. That's 34 times higher than the insurance offer. And in Philly, they secured $26 $6 million, 40 times the original offer. And here's the best part. You don't pay anything unless they win. You can go to www.forthepeople.com/fishguys or click the link in the description to see if you have a case. You could be just a few clicks away from changing your life. The box is finally here, 24 hours late. At this point, I'm just hoping that they're all gonna be alive and healthy.
Grizzly is gonna unbox these mudskippers for us.
All right, buddy, here's the key. You're gonna make one small incision right here. Good job, great job. Well, since Grizzly already did it, should we check and see if this is alive?
Yes, please.
Let us do it.
I'm about to just rip it, man.
Rip it.
Oh my God. There's no water in this, bro. If there is, it's a drop.
Moment of truth. Are we gonna have multiple live mudskippers?
I'm voting yes.
Pop her open. Please.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
We have literally the coolest home for them ever. The suspense is still
going
going.
hard in here, baby.
Cotton balls flattened. How many did we get?
There's so many bags in here.
How many did we get? Oh, that'll be mudskipper!
It's on top of the thing.
He's so cute.
That thing is sick.
Look at the size of that
This
one.
one's a monster.
That is a big Betsy.
Oh my God.
How many did we get? We got 4.
4 total mudskippers. I love you. I'll protect you with my life. I am so relieved that these things came in alive and healthy. And now it's finally time to add these guys into their brand new aquarium and show off what makes them so special.
And trust me, this fish right here is incredible. But wait until you see what we're gonna be unboxing later in today's video. That looks like a literal alien with 6 legs. All right, little buddies, enjoy your new aquarium. You guys are gonna love it in here. Go, 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 swim, swim, swim. There they go.
They're so freaking cool, dude. We added them in and they instantly began exploring the tank, swimming all over the mini tide pool. But of course, the reason why we bought these mudskippers wasn't to see them swim, it was to see them walk on land. But the best part of the video is coming up now, where we're gonna try and feed these mudskippers 2 different foods to see what they like best. And then we'll build them an Olympic diving board to see who out of our 4 mudskippers will be a gold medalist Olympic diver. And yes, the winner will be winning this gold medal. But in order to track who is who, we name these guys Joe, Carl, Bob, and Ricky.
First up on the menu, we have mealworms.
As soon as we dropped him in, Carl went crazy. Let's just say he loves mealworms. But honestly, he seriously needs to work on his hunting skills. I mean, come on, man. You gotta do better than this. It took him like 20 tries just to eat 1 worm. Then we dropped in 2 more, and that's where Bob and Joe come in. They went crazy too, sprinting over to the mealworms to try to eat them up. Bob was the first one to snatch one up, and even though there was a mealworm right in front of Joe, he decided he wanted Bob's. So he chased him down and completely stole it from him. I mean, this guy is a thief. Look at Joe here. He's just showing off his prize like he just won the lottery. Bob was super upset, tried to chase him down to get it back, but sadly, he didn't even come close. So Carl and Joe got to enjoy their meals, but Bob, he didn't get to eat anything.
Next up on the menu, bloodworms.
Now for everyone worried about Bob, do not worry, because he was the first one to this stack of bloodworms. And unlike his brothers, this boy can actually eat. In 1 try, he sucked these things down in an instant. And while all the other mudskippers were still trying to get down that mealworm, this man got the meal of a lifetime.
Now it's time for the best part of the video, the Olympic diving competition. To build the diving board, we got out a piece of plastic and glued it onto a rock. So all they had to do is climb up the rock, onto the diving board, jump into the water, and win the competition.
In order to get their attention towards the diving board, we placed a few mealworms right on top, hoping to lure them to the diving board and begin the challenge.
At first, all the mudskippers just stood there, looking totally confused. But the second they caught a glimpse of the mealworms, it was game on. Joe quickly sprinted towards the prize, but was too busy worrying about the mealworms to notice Ricky sneaking up from behind. Then Ricky made his move, spooking Joe out of the way, climbing up the backside, scaling the rocks, reaching the diving board, and diving into the water first. And just like that, Ricky was crowned our gold medalist and got unlimited mealworms just for him. Now that mudskipper was really cool and all, but we are not done yet. This next fish doesn't just have 2 legs, it has 6. And it might be one of the creepiest looking fish I have ever seen. And after days of waiting, it finally arrived. But the box, it felt way too light. My personal most anticipated fish of the day, this thing is literally alien-like.
Really
Very-
is. We've never seen one of these, literally ever.
We just discovered it this week, and it is creepy looking. I hope it lives up to the hype. Here we
The
go.
anticipation is real.
Love this guy. Let's go.
Get it out.
Big bag, actually. Oh my God.
Oh my
I can
God,
see
it's
him.
big.
He
Oh my
literally
God, it's
looks like
big.
an alien, dude.
Holy
He
crap, it
literally
looks like a
an alien.
lionfish.
Oh my God, that thing
Whoa!
is crazy looking, dude.
Look at the feet!
You wanna, oh my God,
Literally
bro.
like claws.
You wanna talk about actual alien-like creatures? This thing is one of them.
That is wild.
That's insane. This is a sea robin, and as you can tell, he's definitely a creepy creature. He has 6 long finger-like legs that broke off from his fins and evolved to help them walk across the ocean floor. It looks like he has a spider growing out of his face. They use these legs to creep along the sand, searching for small crabs, shrimp, and even some worms to eat. But that's not even the craziest part. Sea robins can also make sounds, drumming or growling by vibrating their swim bladders, which they use to communicate with each other while underwater. So not only can this fish walk, but he can also talk. And I am really excited to have this guy in the fish warehouse because we just completed something huge. This is an aquarium dedicated to the strangest, deadliest, downright weirdest fish we can possibly find. Inside is the newest addition to our warehouse, Rocky, the deadliest fish in the entire world. And before we add our new sea robin into this aquarium, we need to make sure Rocky is nice and full, so he doesn't bother our new fish.
Rocky. Oh, here he comes. Oh, right away. Right away. Look at Rocky. Oh my God. And now that Rocky's fed, it's time to add our brand new sea robin into the aquarium. Here you go. Enjoy your new aquarium where you're gonna have a bunch of extremely strange friends, just like yourself.
Dude, he might be weirder than the stonefish, bro.
That is so weird.
And this sea robin eats like a beast, just like Rocky. Now we got some pretty epic walking fish in today's video, but if you guys want to see where we bought a literal $5,000 shark for this giant pond, click right here and go check it out.